Tonight, there is a man who walks slowly into a quiet forest. He does not rush. He listens. He takes a slow breath in. He lets a long breath out. With each breath, he feels a little lighter. The path is soft beneath his feet. Pine needles make a gentle carpet. The earth holds him, steady and sure. Above him, tall trees sway in a calm, steady rhythm. Leaves whisper to one another in the breeze. The forest has its own slow heartbeat, and he begins to match it. He pauses. He breathes in the clean scent of pine and earth. He breathes out worry, as if it is mist that melts into the air. A bird calls, soft and simple. Another bird answers from far away. The notes float like small lanterns through the trees, warm and kind. Sunlight filters down in quiet golden shapes. They drift across the path, a moving map of light and shade. Each patch of light feels like a gentle invitation to take the next step. He takes that step. Then another. Then one more, easy and slow. His shoulders soften. His jaw loosens. Even his hands feel lighter, as if they have set something down. He notices small things now. Tiny ferns uncurling near a fallen log. A line of ants carrying crumbs like little boats. A feather caught on a twig, white and soft as breath. When thoughts try to hurry him, he lets them pass. They are like clouds. They drift in, and they drift away. He does not have to chase them. He does not have to hold them. He can simply watch them go. He breathes in, counting slowly to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. He breathes out a little longer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Calm rises like a tide, quiet and sure. A gentle breeze moves through the branches. It brushes his face like a cool hand. It carries the scent of rain, though the sky is clear. He thinks of something that felt heavy today. He places it, in his mind, on a leaf. He watches the leaf glide along the breeze, out of sight. He does not need to carry it now. The forest will carry it for a while. He walks again. His steps are soft and even. Heel, then toe. Heel, then toe. A rhythm as steady as a lullaby. To his left, a slender birch leans, white bark like soft paper. To his right, a cedar spreads its wide, sheltering arms. He nods to each tree as if greeting old friends. They nod back in the wind. The path bends, and he follows the bend. Somewhere ahead, water is moving. He cannot see it yet, but he can almost hear it. A small, silver sound like a whisper that knows his name. He breathes in the promise of water. He breathes out the last of a tight feeling in his chest. There is room for calm now. There is room for rest. A squirrel darts across the path, quick and bright. It pauses, tail curled like a question mark, then disappears up a trunk and into leaves that tremble with happy noise. The man smiles. It is easy to smile here. He notices how the light keeps changing. It is not the light that rushes. It is the leaves that dance. The forest paints a new picture with every breath he takes. He stops beside a fallen tree, its trunk soft with moss. He runs his fingers over the green cushion. It is cool and springy, like a small bed for the daylight. He rests his palm there. He feels the quiet of the moss enter his hand, then his arm, then his heart. If a thought of tomorrow appears, he nods to it. Not now, he thinks kindly. I am walking now. The thought understands and drifts away like a feather on the breeze. Again, he breathes in, slow and generous. Again, he breathes out, long and gentle. With each breath, the day loosens its grip. With each breath, night opens like a calm, blue flower. He walks on. The sound of water grows a little clearer. It is patient water. Not rushing. Not urgent. Just moving, the way breath moves, the way sleep arrives. A deer stands between two trees, still as a statue, bright as moonlight. The man meets its gaze. There is nothing to fear here. They share a moment that has no words and needs no words. Then the deer steps away, soundless as a wish. The path widens into a small, green room made of leaves. Light pools on the ground in soft shapes. He stands in that light and lets it warm his shoulders. He lets it soften the last hard place inside him. He does not need to do anything. He does not need to be anywhere else. He imagines that with every step he has taken, he has untied one knot, then another, then another. He cannot say when the knots were made. He only knows they are untying now, one breath at a time. He places his hand on his chest and feels his heartbeat. Steady. Kind. Present. The forest around him keeps the same time. Somewhere above, a branch releases a single pine cone. It lands with a soft thump on the moss. Small sounds feel large here, but never loud. They belong. He belongs. He continues, and the path becomes a bridge of stepping stones. Each stone is flat and sure. He places his foot on one. Then the next. Then the next. The air grows cooler, and the sound of water is near now, very near. At the edge of the trees, he finds a narrow stream. It is clear as glass. It moves like silk. It speaks in the easy language of small waves and tiny swirls. He kneels beside it. He dips his fingers into the water. It is cool, and it wakes his skin in the kindest way. He watches his reflection ripple and settle, as if the stream is teaching his thoughts how to rest. On the opposite bank, tall grasses bow to the current. A dragonfly writes slow circles in the air, blue as a soft bell. Everything here knows how to move without hurry. He is learning, too. He sits on a smooth stone and lets his spine grow long. He lets his shoulders fall. He lets his breath lead. In, slow and steady. Out, longer and softer. The stream keeps time. The leaves keep time. His heart keeps time. He gathers 3 small worries and gives each one a shape. The first worry becomes a tiny stick. He places it on the water and watches it drift around a stone, then away. The second worry becomes a leaf. It turns slowly in the current and is carried off like a small boat. The third worry becomes a petal. It spins once, twice, and is gone, gentle as a sigh. He notices the quiet that follows. It is not empty. It is full. Full of space, and light, and breath, and the soft sound of water that does not ask for anything. He closes his eyes. He listens as if the forest is telling him a story he already knows. It is a story about being safe. It is a story about being carried. It is a story about coming home to himself. A cool wind crosses the stream and touches his face. It smells like green things and clean stones. It smells like new beginnings that do not require effort. He breathes it in. He breathes it out. Calm settles deeper. When he opens his eyes, the light is softer, as if the day has exhaled. Shadows grow long and kind. The stream goes on speaking in its silver voice. He can stay as long as he likes. Time moves differently here. It moves the way clouds move. It moves the way sleep moves. He rises slowly, not to leave, but to walk a little farther along the bank. The path follows the water now, and he follows the path. A heron lifts from the reeds, wings wide and quiet, and the air makes room for it without a sound. He thinks of the bed that is waiting for him somewhere in the world. He thinks of the window that will be open a little, of the night air that will drift in, of the way blankets grow warmer as the body grows still. The thoughts are soft. They are promises, not plans. He reaches a small bend where the stream slows into a clear pool. He can see smooth stones on the bottom. He can see the sky floating on the surface, blue and white and gold. He stands very still and feels the pool's quiet settle around him like a shawl. He takes one more slow breath in. He lets one more long breath out. He tells himself, gently, I am safe. I am calm. I am here. The forest agrees. The water agrees. His heartbeat agrees. When he steps away from the pool, his steps are softer still. He is not leaving the calm behind. He is carrying it with him, like a small light cupped in both hands. Ahead, the path continues between welcoming trees. Somewhere farther on, there will be a meadow. Somewhere farther on, stars will rise. For now, it is enough to walk, to breathe, to listen, one slow, steady moment at a time. And the forest walks with him. The man follows the stream as it winds through the forest. The water is his companion now. It hums a quiet tune, never rushing, never loud. Each ripple feels like a soft word of comfort. Each wave reminds him that life can flow gently. He walks slowly, keeping time with the water. Step by step, heel to toe, heel to toe. The rhythm steadies his body. The rhythm softens his thoughts. Ahead, the trees begin to open. The forest thins, and the light grows wide. He steps out into a meadow, green and golden. Tall grasses sway like dancers, slow and graceful in the evening breeze. Wildflowers scatter their colors, yellow, blue, white, and purple. A quiet celebration just for him. He pauses to breathe it in. One long breath in. One soft breath out. The meadow accepts him. The meadow holds him. He finds a patch of grass, soft and cool, and lowers himself down. The earth feels steady beneath him. The grass cradles him like a gentle cushion. He leans back until he is lying flat, gazing up at the sky. Above him, the first stars begin to appear. Tiny sparks of silver twinkle against the deepening blue. One star. Then another. Then another. He watches them, patient and calm, as if they are lighting their lanterns one by one. The air is cooler now, and it brushes against his skin. It carries the sweet scent of flowers, the quiet hush of night as it settles over the land. He feels his chest rise, he feels his chest fall, and with each breath, he feels more at ease. A cricket begins its song, slow and steady. Another joins, then another. The meadow fills with a soft chorus, a lullaby written by nature. The man listens, and the sound feels like a blanket, wrapping him in safety. He lifts one hand and lets it rest on his chest. His heartbeat is steady, calm, and kind. The same beat he heard in the forest. The same beat the earth seems to echo. He is part of the rhythm now. He belongs to it, and it belongs to him. The stars grow brighter, more numerous. They shimmer and shift as if they are breathing with him. He picks one star in particular, a soft golden star, a little brighter than the rest. He lets his gaze rest there, and he imagines that this star watches over him, a gentle guardian in the night sky. Clouds drift slowly across the heavens, thin and silver in the starlight. They do not hide the stars. They only soften them, as if reminding him that rest is not absence, but a gentler way of being. He closes his eyes for a moment. The meadow is still beneath him. The sky is endless above him. And in between, he is held. Safe, calm, whole. He opens his eyes again, and the stars have multiplied. The entire sky sparkles now, a vast sea of light, a promise that he is never alone. He whispers softly, "I am calm. I am safe. I am here." The words drift into the night, and the stars seem to shine a little brighter in reply. He lets his eyes wander across constellations, patterns older than memory, shapes drawn by the universe itself. Each star tells him the same thing: rest, breathe, let go. The meadow breathes with him. The grass sways. The crickets sing. The stars keep their watch. And the man lies still, letting peace fill every part of him. The man lies in the meadow a little longer, watching the stars, listening to the crickets, breathing in the calm night air. After a while, he sits up slowly. The stream still whispers nearby. It winds gently past the meadow, inviting him to follow once more. He rises and steps back onto the path. The grass brushes softly against his legs. Each step feels light now, as if the earth itself is helping him forward. The stars above guide his way. They glimmer between the treetops, like lanterns hung just for him. The night is not dark, but warm, quiet, and kind. He notices the forest has changed. The daytime birds are asleep, but the night creatures stir softly. Somewhere an owl calls, low and steady. Far away, a frog answers with a gentle croak. The forest does not sleep. It simply shifts into a softer rhythm. And he shifts with it. The air grows cooler, and he wraps his arms gently across his chest. But there is no discomfort. The coolness feels clean, as though it is washing away what is left of the day. Ahead, through the trees, he notices a faint golden glow. At first, he thinks it is another star, but no. It is too close, too steady. It flickers softly, like the warm heart of a lantern. He follows it, step by step. The glow grows brighter. And soon, between the tall trees, he sees it clearly, a small wooden cabin. It stands at the edge of the forest, where meadow and trees meet. Its windows glow with gentle light. Smoke curls lazily from the chimney, silver against the dark sky. The man pauses, taking in the sight. The cabin feels as though it has always been waiting for him. It is not strange. It is familiar, like a memory. It is safe. He steps closer. The wooden door is simple, with a round brass handle that gleams in the lantern glow. When he reaches for it, the door opens easily, as if it knew he was coming. Inside, the air is warm. It smells faintly of pine wood and fresh bread. The light comes from a single lamp on a small wooden table. The room is quiet, simple, and welcoming. Against one wall is a soft bed, covered with a thick quilt. The quilt is patterned with stars and clouds, stitched in blues and golds. It looks as if the night sky itself has been gathered and laid across the bed. The man removes his shoes and feels the wooden floor beneath his feet. Smooth, cool, steady. He places his hand on the quilt. It is warm, soft, and inviting. He sits on the edge of the bed. The mattress sinks gently, holding his weight like a friend's embrace. He breathes in, slow and steady. He breathes out, long and calm. He lies down and pulls the quilt over him. It covers him in warmth, but also in peace. The kind of peace that says, "You are home. You can rest now." The cabin creaks softly, the way wood sometimes does, a natural lullaby. The fire in the hearth glows faintly, its embers shifting like sleepy stars. Through the window, he can see the meadow, the trees, and above them, the endless stars. They shine not to wake him, but to watch over him. He places his hand once more on his chest. His heartbeat is slow, steady, calm. It beats in time with the forest, the meadow, the sky, all things moving together, all things at peace. He whispers again, this time more softly, "I am safe. I am calm. I am here." The cabin hears him. The forest hears him. And the night answers back with silence. The kind of silence that is full, the kind that holds you gently. Until sleep arrives. He closes his eyes. His breath deepens. His body softens. And soon, he drifts. The man does not worry where the path will lead tomorrow. For tonight, the path has brought him here. And here is enough. Here is home. The man rests in the soft bed of the cabin. The quilt is warm. The pillow is cool. The glow of the fire flickers against the walls, a soft dance of gold and amber. His breath grows slower. In, calm and steady. Out, long and easy. The rhythm carries him, like a boat drifting on gentle water. Soon, his thoughts grow quiet. And then, without noticing the moment it begins, he dreams. In his dream, he is still in the forest. The path is familiar, yet softer, as though it has been drawn in silver light. The trees are taller here, their branches arched like a great cathedral of leaves, but they are not heavy. They are kind. They bend to make space for him, to guide him forward. The air shimmers faintly, as if sprinkled with starlight. Each breath he takes feels like he is inhaling peace itself. Each step he takes feels lighter than the last. Ahead, he hears music. Not loud, not bright. But gentle. It is the sound of leaves moving in harmony, the call of a night bird, the quiet hum of the earth. Together, they weave a song. Meant only for rest. He follows the music deeper into the dream forest. Fireflies appear, glowing softly, blinking in and out like tiny lanterns. They drift around him, not hurried, not afraid. One lands on his hand, its light pulsing in time with his heartbeat. For a moment, the man and the firefly breathe together. Then it lifts away, joining the others in their slow, golden dance. The dream path widens into a clearing. Here, the grass glows faintly, silver and green under a sky full of stars. In the center of the clearing is a pool of water. It is so still, so perfectly calm, that it reflects the heavens above without a ripple. The man looks into it. And feels as if he is gazing into forever. He kneels at the edge of the pool. He sees the stars twice. Once above, once below. He sees himself, too, but his reflection is softer here, lighter, free of weight. He dips his hand into the pool. The water is cool, yet it does not chill him. Instead, it soothes him, as if it knows how to wash away every last trace of worry. As he watches, a leaf drifts down from above. It touches the pool, sending out a single ripple. The ripple spreads slowly, calmly, until the water is still again. The man realizes his thoughts are the same. They may ripple, but always, they return to stillness. He lies back in the grass of the clearing. The earth holds him. The stars cradle him. The silence of the dream forest wraps around him. He feels as though he is floating, suspended between earth and sky, safe in both. His breath continues. Slow, gentle, steady. The dream continues too, but softer now, fading into a haze of comfort. The fireflies drift above him. The pool shimmers. The stars keep their endless watch. And the man drifts deeper still, sinking into a sleep within the dream, a rest so complete that even time cannot touch it. The man sleeps deeply, wrapped in the warmth of the cabin quilt. The fire has faded to soft embers. The night sky has turned. And slowly, without rush, morning arrives. A thin line of gold touches the window. The first light of dawn. It spills gently across the floor, stretching toward the bed, as though to wake him with kindness. The man stirs. His breath is still slow, his body still soft with rest. He opens his eyes just a little, and the world feels quiet and new. He sits up, the quilt sliding from his shoulders. The air is cool, but not sharp. It is fresh, like a clean page waiting to be written upon. He rises and walks to the window. Outside, the forest glows in morning light. The meadow sparkles with dew, each blade of grass wearing a tiny drop of silver. Birds begin their songs, soft at first, then brighter, as if welcoming the sun back home. He opens the cabin door and steps outside. The ground is cool beneath his feet, the air sweet with pine and morning flowers. A soft mist curls between the trees, rising slowly, as though the forest itself is waking. He breathes in deeply. The air feels new. He breathes out slowly. The last threads of night drift away with it. He walks to the stream once more. Its water shines now, golden in the sunlight, bright where it was silver under the moon. He kneels and dips his hands into it. Cool, fresh, alive. He drinks, and the water tastes like beginning. The man smiles. He feels calm. He feels steady. He feels ready. Not to rush, not to chase, but simply to walk gently into the day. He looks once more at the forest around him. Every tree, every leaf, every sound feels like a friend. The forest has carried him through the night. The forest has returned him to the morning. He whispers softly, "Thank you." The breeze stirs in answer. The leaves rustle back. He steps onto the path again, but now each step feels new. Each step is lighter, as though the earth itself is walking with him. He knows he will return. To the stream, to the meadow, to the cabin, to the stars. They will be there when he needs them. They will always be waiting. For now, he walks forward. The sun rises higher, painting the sky in soft colors. Peach, gold, and blue. The day begins, gentle and calm. And so does he. He breathes in, long and full of life. He breathes out, slow and steady. And with that, the man continues his journey, carrying the peace of the forest. Wherever he goes.